Hey, you little cuties, Demi Bo Bammy here, and today we are building an art loft studio retail store thing. um, I've actually never built a retail store, and I've never really played like the Get to Work expansion pack. So I just feel like all I can think about is making an art studio where I could have a sim just paint away all day, and also for it to be a retail store so we could sell our artwork there. So kind of my vision for this build was maybe a small factory that's been refurbished into a retail spot. And so everything is just sort of brick and I tried to make it as factory-ish as I could. And I wanted to put some bathrooms in here so that anybody who is coming to buy stuff will have a bathroom. I actually later decide that that bathroom is way too large. And I decided to not have male-female segregated bathrooms because A, it's too hard, and B, they're so overrated. So, and then in the back there is like a sort of office area with the stairs that go up to the studio where the living space will be. And in here, I tried to get the cash register, and since I haven't played Get to Work yet, I didn't realize that the cash register could only go on a counter. So I wanted to get like a cool like table to put the cash register on, but it wouldn't fit anywhere. And in this build, I do apologize for anybody who hates it, but I recently went kind of custom content shopping and got a lot of really fun stuff that I absolutely love and put it in this build. So I apologize if you hate custom content, but I absolutely love it. All of the content that I have, you can find on thesinsresource.com, which is where I find everything. And I feel like every time I go into custom content, I want to save the URLs and I want to save the people's names and all this and that, but I always end up forgetting. I get too excited looking for new custom content. And here I'm building additional walls in the middle of the floor space so that there will be more wall space for more artwork. And I'm trying to move it back a little bit. It seemed a little bit too close to the road. And here I didn't realize when I heighten the walls, the stairs get longer. And I end up using those stairs, which I didn't intend to do. I meant to switch them back, but I never did, so oh well. And so just kind of like fixing some stuff up here, kind of fine-tuning a little bit where I had extended the walls. And I'm replacing the windows and the doors so they fit better. And I really love these privacy windows indoors. I think that is such a fun element to have added in, to be able to see out of a window but not in it. And I thought that was kind of fun to give the store a little bit of a mysterious vibe to it. And I put a wall behind the cash register for maybe like the more expensive artwork or the featured artwork or the whatever artwork. And I really like these tiny, typically I use them in bathrooms, these little windows, but I thought that maybe, depending on what type of factory it was, maybe they wouldn't have a lot of windows in there. And I feel like when I see factories, they just don't really have a whole lot for windows. And then just adding in some sort of artwork spotlights. I don't know what you would call those, but they look like they would spotlight artwork. Words are so hard. They look like they would be spotlights for artwork. And just adding those literally everywhere that I would put artwork, which is everywhere on the walls. And once I decided I liked that, I was kind of going through and adding lighting other places since it is a little bit dark in here. And that bathroom ends up getting smaller right about now. And because I was putting in the sinks and I'm like, you know what? Realistically, like 8 people aren't going to try to go to the bathroom all at once. Like, the likeliness in The Sims of that happening is so low. So I decided that that space back there could be used for more artwork, which I actually end up changing that, and it is not used for more artwork, but I think something a little more fun. And just adjusting the lighting there in the bathroom, I was like, yeah, they don't need that much lighting. So, what am I doing now? Who can say? Oh, making the office, which this is part of the custom content that I got, this cute little desk, which I absolutely love. I went through and I found all this really, really great, I'm not sure what style it is. It's sort of like this bohemian, like artsy, Scandinavian sort of something. I don't know, but I absolutely love it, and that's something that I kind of want in my home in real life. Sort of this cool, like, artsy-fartsy, bohemian, kind of industrial, Scandinavian, something or other. I don't know what you call that, but that's what I love. So I was trying to add in some rugs here, but it was such a weird, awkward way that I had that desk. It didn't quite fit, and I got that cute little steel pipe bookcase for custom content as well. Super cute. Most of these are like in sets. That's why they look like they go together. And I absolutely love it. I really do. I love this furniture. I wish that I could find it in real life. And if I did, I would hope that it would be in my price range. So I made the office area a little more simple. Just because, I don't know, like, what else are you really going to have in there? Like, an artist, I wouldn't imagine, would really have, like, an office-y type area for really much. So, just giving the walls these lovely gray bricks. I am so in love with brick. It's gotta be a legit disorder. And I put this beautiful light wood on the floor, which I typically love the color black and anything in a dark shade, but I just have been looking at so much I guess Scandinavian like interiors on Pinterest, which I can't stop looking at. So, and a lot of it's very light colored wood. I don't know if that's like birch, maybe is that light, but I absolutely love it. I can't get enough of it. And then in this space, I thought that I should probably build the kitchen before I start putting some crazy stuff in here. And then I don't have room for a kitchen. And these counters and that stove are also custom content. And I'm trying to, like, make the counters a little more interesting than just square, kind of cut and dry, like, oh, look at these typical counters. So I feel like I just always make everything, I don't really get creative and customize, I think, with The Sims as much as I should. And here I am adding in this cool ass dining table. And those chairs have like a faux sheepskin, I think, on them, which I so love. And now I'm trying to find some kind of fun seating. And as you may have noticed in my builds, I'm kind of all over the place and out of control. That's just how I do my builds. And so I really like that a lot of these interiors I've been kind of researching lately have a lot of green in them, like a lot of plants, a lot of fun stuff in there, and so I really wanted to add more plants in here, but unfortunately there just really wasn't the space how there really needed to be for it. Things were kind of getting awkward. And then here for the bed area, I wanted to partition it off without making a full-on wall. And the bed and that armoire are also custom content. And here I'm trying to figure out the banister thing, the gate, the fence to not fall down the stairs. And here I'm like, oh, well, I'll just make a partial wall. And that seemed a little bit too low, so I tried to get it a little bit bigger. And I think I go to the highest setting before it's a full wall eventually. just because it seemed a little bit weird, that wall being so short. And now I'm working on the living area, and I absolutely love how muted but also colorful that couch is. Like, I love it, and if I could find it in real life, I think I would buy it. It is so fun. And so I kind of tried to make this all very a cohesive look, sort of like this muted but very like artistic-y, like a boho vibe. And I got a little angry with that easel just because the space is a little bit awkward. I wanted to fit in these easels because I feel like even though downstairs is the retail store, that upstairs in this area, this is where most of the artwork would be produced, in the like home living area. And I tried to not use move objects cheat, which I actually didn't use at all in this whole build, just for the sole fact that I did use custom content, so I didn't also want to use like a butt ton of cheats on top of it. And I believe that rug I put down is also from the Sims resource. I think I got that rug quite a while ago before I actually started making YouTube videos. So, but I think the Sims resource is the only custom content place that I've ever gotten anything from. So everything that you see that is custom, you should be able to find on the Sims resource. And I forgot that I didn't have move objects on here, and I was trying to put that window on the stairs where the gate is, but it wasn't going to work. And now I'm working on the bathroom. I wasn't really sure what to do for the door. I kind of wanted just an archway, but that seemed a little bit odd. Like, I did like the archway, but I think that it just wasn't really working for this build specifically. I might do just an archway in a bathroom somewhere else, because I really do like that idea of very sort of open and free sort of layout. And the bathroom is super duper simple. It's all monochromatic, and I love it. I actually super duper love that shower tub combo. I want that in real life. Most of this furniture that I found, I need to find in real life. And now I'm just looking for a mirror. I thought maybe like kind of a little more of an old school ornate one would work, but I loved this super modern mirror with the lights behind it from, I believe it was Spa Day. So great. And then I just put some wall sconces. And I really liked the dim lighting in there, to be honest. Just make it super chill and relax in there. Adding in some sort of fun industrial-y type lighting. Added in another easel. And here I was looking for another skill building item to put in here, but nothing really screamed, put me in your build. So I just didn't put anything there. And then I'm working on the trims and roofy roof area, which I had intended to actually make into a veranda. Is that the word for it? I don't know. I intended to make that into a sort of like sitting area that maybe there would be some grass up there. But then I got really carried away with the interior and totally forgot about it. So I think that would be really lovely up there if you wanted to create that yourself, which if you do change this build around, I would love to see what you guys do with it. And here, just looking for some plants. Like I said, I wanted to make it as green as possible, but with the layout, it was a little awkward. And you can find this, by the way, on the gallery. My name is Miss Demi Beau Bemi. You can use the hashtag Demi Beau Bemi. And I mean, it should be pretty simple to find, and that's where you can find all my other builds that I've done. There are some I have on there just waiting for me to make the videos for. Sometimes I just get kind of inspired and I just do a build out of nowhere, and sometimes I forget that I just do a build out of nowhere. I do feel a little bit rambly, I've realized. But here I'm trying to add in some artwork. Being this is an artist's loft, there would be artwork. And this stuff you could probably eventually replace with your artist's original work, but I just kind of wanted something fun to slap in there to give it a little more character. And I think up here is pretty much done. I don't think I add much more up here. Later, I think I add a little bit of something, but that's it. And, oh man, I really loved that gold Buddha, and I wanted to put it in here, but it didn't seem to have a place, which makes me so sad. I might have to do a separate Bohemian build. I actually did a small Studio Bohemian build that I'm actually going to be putting up soon, so keep an eye out for that bad boy. I actually got all this custom content after I built that, so unfortunately I won't be using any of this fun stuff, but I do use a lot more of The Sims original content. Oh, and here we go, fixing up that little nook down there into a sort of like live demo area where you could just go and sit and watch the artist paint. And I've never actually been to a legit art gallery, but I imagine that they would have a live demo area. If not, I think that's a really cool idea. And so in here, I'm just trying to add, I just put a couple of seats as it would be crowded if there were too many people. I'm trying to add some like shelving so I can slap some paintbrushes on it or something. And I found this adorable little tray that I think was custom content probably. And I couldn't find what I was looking for to put on it, and I end up actually replacing that with another item. And so the shelf I also love, just putting some like little like cluttery knickknacks. I assumed there'd probably be books on there for like painting techniques and things. And that canvas tray, the canvas storage I actually do put back in there. And I thought that around this place there would be just canvases kind of laying about. So I absolutely love that. And now I'm just going through and trying to find some more cluttery things that would make sense. There we go. That tray is replaced by that little artist end table, which I absolutely love. It is so super cute. And still looking for some more clutter. Man, there just like wasn't quite enough of what I wanted. There just really wasn't artsy fartsy stuff, which I know they're probably going to put in a stuff pack or something, but it just makes me sad, you know, when you don't have it when you want it. But anyways, so I thought about those canvases. I was like, hey, those definitely need to go upstairs. They would be up there, and they would just be laying around like literally everywhere. And as an artsy fartsy person myself, I literally have my arts and crafts. I have canvases laying everywhere. I have fabric everywhere. There's like sewing needles. It's insanity here. But then I'm just trying to like rearrange this art demo area so that I could fit in that thing, because I love that storage area. And then I put that shelf back in there. It does fit, thank goodness. I did want that kind of an angle. I didn't like how just up against the wall it was, but maybe that's more realistic. I don't know, but I hated it. But I think that did turn out quite well in the end, and I absolutely love that area. That's probably my favorite spot in this whole build, to be honest. And just working on that little roofing part here, and then we should be on to the screenshots, actually, after I get that figured out. Oh, actually, just kidding. I'm going to add in some more see-through windows. I'm going to do kind of a little baby bit of landscaping, because I felt like in an art gallery or an art studio or an art whatever, that the landscaping wouldn't be super out of control. It would be very like simple, clean, modern is what I imagined. And then I just kind of did like a little stripy walkway. I thought maybe making it like windy would be kind of cool, but then it just looked like a giant S and it looked stupid. So just kind of trying to make the walkway a little more grandeur without overdoing it. And then just adding a little bit of terrain paint. The landscaping on this one really wasn't kind of a big deal. And here we are in the screenshots. Here is the front entryway, and I kind of did these screenshots like you would be walking in. And here's the front desk, which is pretty cute. I do love those counters. And I did off-screen add in a lot of these paintings just to kind of show what I intended these extra walls to look like. They are not in the build on the gallery. I took them all out because I felt like they were unnecessary. I just kind of wanted to use it as a sample of what your art gallery could look like. And I'm actually to maybe do a let's play in here and kind of do a get to work let's play with an artist, which I feel like would be really fun. And that's probably the career and the hobby that I do the most. I absolutely love it. It's my favorite. And then we're going upstairs. And here is the cute kitchen area. I really like how simple and just open everything is, that it's not too much, because I feel like I can go overboard a little bit. And I really like this just with the 2 easels. I think that was good enough. I suppose if I would have made that veranda area, maybe I could have put some easels out there. Who can say? But there's the bed. It's kind of houndstoothy, maybe a gingham kind of pattern there. I really like it. Here's the bathroom, absolutely gorgeous in its simplicity. And here are the bird's eye views, the top floor and the bottom floor. And thank you guys so much for checking this out. I really super duper appreciate it. Please give it a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more of this stuff. And if you guys use any of my builds, I would absolutely love to hear about it. You can definitely get a hold of me on Twitter or Instagram. And I will see you little cuties in the next one. Bye!